They offered up that Huberman and Goggins thing about inner strength one too many fucking times. So I sat and fast forwarded through what I listened to earlier and then heard more of what they had to talk about. Okay. And if I had to hear Goggins one more time sit there and say, "You're a piece of shit. You're so," and all that shit that he used to tell himself, I've never told myself that. I've never told myself I was a piece of shit, never told myself I was, and I used to feel dumb when I was young. I couldn't spell well. I spelt everything phonetically. And I was told I had learning disabilities. I got put in a learning lab in elementary school because I had, quote, learning disabilities because I was a phonetic speller and stuff. And they told me how, and I still spell things wrong. And my sister says when I was on social media, it makes me look stupid. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it makes me look stupid, especially to all those goddamn geniuses that are hospital administrators at your church, and those assholes at White Sands and all the assholes at New Mexico State, right? Yeah, and NASA, woo, geniuses, right? And guys, it's wrong to compare yourself with other people and then compete like hell and be destructive to yourself and your own environment and species for what you need to live, okay? Jesus, Andy Stanley was talking about it today. You can have all the things of this world, you can, and for which that's more appropriately the way I say it. If you try to save your life, you will lose it. You have all the things of this world, and then end up forsaking the essence of the soul. Okay, if you fight like hell to stay alive because other people will fight like hell to stay alive, you're inventing the conditions of hell on earth and accepting those conditions, and you've accepted them for tens of thousands of years. Okay, like Judah, we're talking like Judah Krishnamurti here, right? And so you have to look at life eternally. And people that look at life eternally and that are already that way before birth have different brain activity. When I was in Sierra Vista and then came back here, they had so many people talk to me and tell me I was Asperger's or I was savant, that I had disabilities. Like Amy used to tell me, "You're adult ADHD." No, I just get tired of the bullshit. I get tired of the bullshit and I get bored with the bullshit. I was far more intelligent. And the whole thing when they talk, Huberman talks about that stuff. That's not true. About that, we're not all wired the same. I could just do things in a healthy manner, okay? And then come back and play against Brunson or Kobe Bryant and still whoop their ass and would not excess and be up there at 6 o'clock in the morning going to the gym. I'd get up and do it in a healthy manner, okay? And it felt good and it was fun, okay? Once it started getting excessive and compulsive and out of line, I was like, okay, I'm going to go do something else. Okay. But I could always kick their ass. And the thing, and don't listen to these people. Okay. Because I could do flips. I got in car accidents. Okay. That would have gave Troy Aikman and professional athletes a brain tumor and had to have their head operated on to get the clot out. Okay. No blunt force trauma. Okay. Jumped 64 inches in the air when I was 15. Ran under a 4 flat with 40, but stopped because I didn't want to humiliate the other kid in school when I was 16 or 17. 16, okay? At age 16, I could jump over 64 inches in the air. And I could run faster than a 4 flat 40 by age 16, okay? I was exceptional. And then they think, well, it's because of all the people that have no talent and are getting their homes burnt down in Maui and Southern California to rebuild and get rid of all the people that don't need to be there because it's prime real estate. You guys, it's horrible. Watching TV is horrible. And listening to people that think they're intelligent talk is torture. It's absolute torture. Okay? And, as I sat and I listened to the lady in the van. I can't remember who she was, but I sat and watched that one. And she's talking about stuff, and I'm like, you're not disabled. The society's disabled, honey, baby. Okay? You're obese, and you feel like dying because you don't want to have to compete over what you need. She said, if I just had a house with a chicken coop, and a garden, she'd be good to go. But you'd have to pay for water. Water doesn't... The Industrial Revolution and excessive compulsive philanthropy is making it hard for our ecosystem to function properly. It was talked about in the Holy Quran hundreds of years ago. Okay, when he talked about salt water, and the people that wrote it down or translated it couldn't explain it as well as Muhammad because they're not as intelligent as Muhammad. The same thing with the Bible. The same thing with everything. When they sit down to write it down, they don't understand it. They wing it. Okay? Even the people that with the ancient translations and stuff. No. Okay? That's why you always have the living word and the word becomes flesh. Okay? The spirit of the person that lives the Gospels will explain to you what the Gospels are about. That's what Jesus says. That's what Moses says. That's what David says. It's not a book. You can't write down something that you don't understand. If you don't understand and you write it down, this is where David Goggins helps. He doesn't understand. Okay, so even if he writes it down, he's not going to know what I'm talking about because he still doesn't understand it. Okay? That's why he's not as gifted as me. That's why he's not as intelligent as me. That's why he's not as faithful as me. Okay? He comes from dysfunctional people that are told you're shit, and then they fight like hell not to be shit. Okay? He's Robbie Weird Dick on crack. It's painful to listen to that man talk. Okay? It's more painful to listen to him talk than the lady living in the van. Okay? He's sadder than she is. Okay? He's one bad day away from a bullet in the top of the brain or the roof of the mouth. Pow. He's one bad day away. One bad day. One really, really bad day away. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Because he was a trained killer for the military, guys. He killed people that he thought needed killing because the people told him they were shit and he killed them. Okay, he killed people just like himself to feel successful with people that make him feel like shit. Okay, he's one bad day away from plow, Jackson Pollocking his ceiling. The only thing that can save him is the Messiah understands him and then explains it on YouTube, and it's tangible. He can understand it. That's the only thing that can save him. If he finally goes back through Total Recall and realizes what the fuck he did with his life to be fucking successful for murderers that tried to make him try to kill himself with depression and self-loathing. Okay. Huberman doesn't get it. He's the same dude. Okay. They're just alike. Amy Fowler is disabled. Sheldon is disabled. Okay. Beverly Hofstadter's character is not an expert at anything except how to be cold, antiseptic, clinical, and insane. Okay, do you understand? No love, no faith, no humility, just constant. Oh, it's not my achievement. Why should I be proud of it? It makes you feel proud, okay? When you put love and effort and energy into somebody, and it reflects, it shows, right? Makes you feel proud. Okay. When you raise your kids to protect people from bullies and be kind and caring and be empathetic, and they grow up to be kind and caring and empathetic, okay? It makes you feel proud. When Natalie said one of her old boyfriends acted up and was shitty to her, and she packed his shit out and threw him out. I was like, and kicked his ass and threw him out. I was like, I raised her. It's not Kelly Jack Green's daughter. I raised her. I did that. It wasn't Mr. Air Force in foster care. He's a pussy face. He wouldn't get up to stop human trafficking or debt and trespass or scientists watching you through your bedroom, through your cell phone and your laptop to save his life. I don't want to hear it, Mr. Foster Care my ass. You got to be able to tell yourself the truth, okay? If you want to be able to live a truthful life. Okay, do you understand? You don't have to fight like hell and compare yourself to other people. If you're a dyslexic, okay, you just do things differently. If it can't be explained to you intelligently and simply, you don't understand things well enough. Forgive debt and trespass, love one eternal, faithful peace. Care, share, given accordance to need, built to last. Okay? If you're not Solomonistic, you need to shut the fuck up and get your head out of the Constitution, because the Constitution is a document that makes no sense scientifically and psychologically. Okay? Fighting over money to manipulate people is not realistic. Okay? It's pure insanity. I've read the Constitution. My dad's passionate about it, as Sotomayor, Ginsburg, Scalia, Roberts, and Thomas. Okay? And it's sad because my father shouldn't act like any of those assholes. He raised me. Do you understand? Okay. Of course, my mom did also. Mom had trouble understanding me. She just thought I was this uber genius that was an underachiever because I was religious zealous like my dad. I said, I don't think my dad's as religious zealous as my mom thinks he is. Okay? I think he wants to be very religious. He wants to be one of those people that are a part of the Gospels. He wants it all. He's wanted it all his life, and he wants it really bad. Okay? And I always tell him, you don't want that. You don't want that. You want everybody to be humble and have faith. You don't want to be the only faithful person when everybody's trying to kill you to replace you with their ego. No one wants to be the Messiah, okay? The Messiah wants everybody to be humble enough to understand eternity faithfully without competing and comparing and destroying each other to see who's the best at it. You understand? The Messiah is absolutely gorgeous. If you don't think he is, you want to be the best at it. Okay? I don't want to be the best at it. I just want you to love and be loved in return. All right. Peace out. Goggins and Huberman, you're not being strong. You're being narcissistic and selfish. Strong is standing up for the Lord's Prayer of me. Okay? Peace out.